All right, guys, I am back. I'm going to let everybody get back on here. We're going to talk. I'm still cramping a little bit. You get some good waves here and there. I'm not sure if the worst of it is gone or not, but we will see. The worst of it is not gone. I am still cramping heavily. Oh. Anyways. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm hurting. So I wanted to create a different live. Let people jump on here. To go over what is next for me. I don't have any milk. Beth, do you think you can bring the milk on your way back in? Good talk. Eat that butter. Yeah, so I wanted to create another live. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's next for the Scoville unit brand and myself as a Scoville unit after the 2022-2023 season. As I stated a little bit in the last video, things are going to change, but the more things change, the more things stay the same, I guess you can go with here. Yeah. Oh, banana. Beth, when you come in, bring me 2 bananas. Thank you. So I will continue to do these fantastic challenges that bring pain to my life and cramps to my stomach. Yeah, you think that would work, but it probably wouldn't. I'm trying to think how I'm going to put this. I will continue to do challenges. I will continue to burn regularly. I will continue to keep my tolerance up, but I'm not going to put all of my focus into being the top ranked person in League of Fire. I want to see where this community goes with me not up at the top. On the points wise, I will continue to defend my title at the best of my abilities. And yes, Michael, I know you're coming for my title. I know, Midge, you're coming for the title. I know. But that's great. I want people to push themselves to the limits. And I'm actually going to read you guys a message that was sent to me after last weekend's craziness. I gotta find it. So as everybody knows, last weekend I went down. Is it down? Up to New Hampshire with Beth, Jason, Dylan, Ryan, Lee, Mike Jack, and we put on a clinic for the fine people of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and anybody that was traveling from all over the place. Dylan competed in his first pepper competition. Congratulations, Dylan. You did fantastic. The main event was for the dual chip challenge competition. The name of the game was 100 dual chips per player and see how many you can consume in an hour. Everybody did amazing. Lee got, it was 15 down, which is freaking crazy. Brian got 22 or 24 down. Jason got 68 down. Now, when it came to myself and Mike Jack, we kind of knew what we were getting into when we did this. And I honestly am going to say that when it comes to Mike Jack, he was my guy to beat. In my mind, I had to beat Mike Jack, even if it wasn't me and Mike Jack in the final round. If it was Ryan and Lee that won it, it was Jason and Ryan or whatever. In my mind, because of this S-Fest competition where I lost him by seconds, I had to prove to myself that I could be the top guy. In my eyes, Mike Jack is the top guy. All right, he holds multiple Guinness Book World Records. He's held countless records for League of Fire. Regardless of what the opinion is on Mike Jack, and the only reason I say it is because I know Mike Jack has his haters, which I have my own haters. Mike Jack is a competitor, all right? He does this for a reason, and he's really good at it. And being someone that's kind of in his shoes, not to the same level. I don't have Guinness records. I do have 10 League of Fire records. But in my mind, I needed to prove to myself that I could beat Mike Jack. So the dust had cleared. I was announced the winner. I consumed 163 dual chips, which more I think about, the more crazy I know that is, because those things were rough to eat after 10. Mike Jack is not a bad guy. Not a bad guy at all. But after everything was said and done, Mike Jack and I didn't really get a chance to talk. We saw each other for a brief minute after the competition. But he sent me a message that I'd like to share just to show you the type of person that Mike Jack is. It says, "Hey, Chris, didn't get to talk to you much after the competition yesterday, but I wanted to commend you on an excellent job you did. There's no way I would have eaten as many chips as I did if you weren't there pushing me. It's nice to have that kind of competition to help push our limits. Great job. Congratulations. We'll see you at the next one." That meant a lot to me. Because I know what Mike Jack's capable of. I've seen what he's done. I know what he's capable of. And being the American champion is awesome. Having records is awesome. Having intolerance is awesome. But to know that I can hang up there with someone of Mike Jack's caliber really pushed my mental state up where I really want it to be. And I know that I'm comfortable walking away from the constantly doing challenges and pushing to break records and do this and do that. And thank you. Thank you, Olivia. I guess it's more self gratification and because everybody has a goal that they want to push to. And I always say that I'm going to push myself to my limits. But when I compete against people like Mike Jack, I compete against people like Dustin or Bat Pants, or in even cases like anybody in the community, Jason, Ryan, Lee, Dylan, Sonny, 2 bananas and milk. Anybody that is willing to push their body, push their limits, knowing that one time they did something, just for me, for instance, when I did these for the first time, trying to do the record, I couldn't even do 5 because I got to the third one. I was so stuffed. I literally threw up on my kitchen floor. You can dust yourself off and continue to push, and that is an amazing character builder, and it makes me see that people are so willing to be a better version of themselves, and that's all I want to do for this community is push people to be a better version of themselves. So even though it's still a long-ass story, I can help you. Grab your stuff for you, too.
Wait!
What am I grabbing? I don't know what you're doing. You're literally juggling stuff.
Here's your stuff.
Bananas.
Ooh!
Beth almost falling over the gate. Another thing. But anyways, I'm going to eat a banana while I talk because I am cramping, and the potassium will help my...
What are you talking about? Pizza?
Everything. Again, building this community is one of my main priorities, and I want to elevate the League of Fire and anybody in the community. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's good. So, with that being said, the following of the current season that we're in, again, I'm going to back away from crushing records and doing all that stuff and doing multiples thereof and dropping 110 points, 200 points, 70 points, stuff like that on a constant, because in my own mind, and everybody says this, your worst enemy, your nemesis is yourself. It's a constant battle against yourself to make yourself feel like you've accomplished something, because it's not always about proving yourself to the other people. It's about proving yourself to yourself. I know what I'm capable of. If I were to say, "What's up, Heisenberg?" And I'm glad, man. I love seeing stuff like that, but I want to see what everybody else is made of. I want to see what everybody else is capable of. And I don't want to constantly be the person that everybody's like, "Oh, I got to beat him. I got to do that." If I'm holding the title, yeah, obviously, if you want the belt, you got to beat me. But I want to see other people take that reign and lead the League of Fire in points. I want to see other people take that reign and drop a dozen challenges. See how many points they could put out in a single season. Because I think currently right now, the most points done in a single season was held by Kenny Never Die at 1,700 points in a single season. And it's statistics like that that I'm very intrigued in because I don't know. It's just something that's very intriguing to me. So when I take this step back, I'm not removing myself from the community by no means. I'm still going to be hanging out in hopefully the top 10 because that's what I want to do. Not sure how to check the previous. Here it is. 2020-2021 season rankings. Yeah, Kenny Never Die had 1,565 points. I'm curious to know how many somebody else had. I stop it. Stop. I don't think. I think James had didn't have as much in the one season. It was more a collection of multiple seasons, but I could be wrong because it only has those 2 seasons. I don't see the other seasons there. Anyways, yeah, it only has 2020 to 2021 and 2021 to 2022. So I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but anyways, we'll say just to be safe that 1,500 to 1,700 was the highest, and regardless, it doesn't matter now. He deleted his account. It shows on there that Kenny Never Die has the most points at 1,500. But I want to see what people are capable of. I want to see what people can do. I want to see everybody push themselves to points that they've never pushed themselves before, while I sit back and watch and say, damn, I'm glad I'm not sitting there dying right now, because if I did that, I'd be dying. Anyways, my focus is going to be more on my brand itself. Now, yeah, I'm building my brand. I'm doing my thing with all the challenges that I'm doing. But
You'll still be a heavy presence.
I will be a heavy presence. Don't get me wrong, but I need to put my LLC, the Scoville Unit brand, to the next level. I need to do what Jason has done for Late for Work, and what he has done for Late for Work is freaking impressive. What's up, Rick? See, you wouldn't be alive without hot meat. You missed the last live, but that's okay. You made it for him this one. Let's see. My biggest enemy. Me, LOL. That's past tense. James had a statue in a ring. What's up, Peter Vera from the UK? Thank you for watching. If you don't mind being hospitalized after every session, can you push the number way higher? Yeah, you definitely could. Yeah, it's in Late for Work. You guys are still growing, and it's going to continue to grow. And you keep pushing your brand like you are, and you have a brand, like you have something that can really stand out in the world, not just this community, but in this world. And that's awesome. And I'm excited to see what goes on, because not only did I get to compete against and next to Jason for the first time, but I'm also looking for the day that when we decide to start watching other people do these challenges, and we're going to be the people at the stands running our own stands side by side. That's something I'd like to do too. So I'm going to spend a lot of time focusing on the actual Scoville Unit LLC. That's what I want to do. I need to do it. I already have so much time and energy into it. And I think with all the challenges I've done and the records and the people that I have engaged with, I think it shouldn't be an issue. It's a possibility, Sonny. Now, I may not be going after League of Fire Challenge all the time, but I am preparing to try to beat Greg Foster's Carolina Reaper Guinness Book World Record for the most grams of Reapers consumed in 60 seconds. I will be attempting to beat the record for the most Carolina Reapers consumed in one sitting. So those two are still hot on my radar. Those are still going to take place. I'm still going to travel to competitions and compete. I'm still going to drive or fly or this and that be at these competitions. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that I will be dropping in on Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati, Ohio this weekend for the Jungle Gyms Weekend of Fire. And I will be competing in multiple competitions at that event. I was going to have a poster made up and do it, which that's still working on. But I wanted to have it live, and I wanted to tell people because I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow night, Saturday morning. It's an 8-hour drive for me. Beth will not be joining me. Unfortunately, she has work. With my new work schedule, it's going to be easier for me to do these kinds of things. Even if it's a longer drive, I'm still willing to leave right after work and go straight to where I'm going. And I will get to meet Sonny Spicer for the first time, which is going to be freaking awesome. Definitely overdue. Heisenberg will be there on Sunday. Johnny Scoville will be there. Ryan and Lee will be there. I might get to meet Hot Ass Mike. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. Ed Curry's going to be there, which I have to remember to bring my trophy because he said he would sign it for me. Whew. I'm still cramping, guys. To be completely honest with you, there was more going on than just the cramps. Ever since I had COVID, I've been having residual effects, and it sucks because I know people have dealt with this. Lee didn't have a voice for like 5 months after. People have lingering coughs. I've been having this really weird dry fit, and I know people are making jokes, but in the back of my throat where it feels like I have a prick in the back of my throat, and it causes me to cough or choke. But every so often on this side of my throat, on the back, because I still have my tonsils, it feels like I have a sore throat. And when I woke up from my nap, I had a little one, but it gradually got worse with the capsaicin to the point where if you've ever had strep throat, where you go to swallow and it actually hurts to swallow, that's where I was at with that. So I started to cramp. I literally was fighting through that pain. So I was able to do that. But once the cramp started, trying to focus on being able to swallow and cramping at the same time was just too much. And I know when I need to stop. Let's see. Moving forward, I am going to get the SRF sauce legitimized. That is one of my number one things I need to do. I need to find a co-packer. You still have laryngitis from Illinois? That's crazy quirky. Congratulations, by the way, on the competing there. It was awesome to see you do that. And I'm hoping, I wish I had a local up-and-comer that was trying to prep for events and stuff, because I'd love to be someone's, like, Mickey from Rocky to train them and push them and do this and that. What, you'll be my Rocky and I could be your Mickey training you?
I thought it was the other way around.
No, I said I wish there was a young up-and-comer that I could train.
I am younger.
So yeah, I want to do so much, and I can't do that if I'm continuously trying to push records out. My schedule has changed dramatically. Yeah, but Sonny, you're not close to me. It's not easy for me to just go to your house and slap you and say, stop being a little bitch and do the fucking challenge. So, stop scrolling. Yeah, what's up, man? Everything's Spicy Phil. Thanks for jumping on, dude. I was talking about the future of the Scoville and what's going on. Watch, I'll do this speech. I'll talk about this, and then Mike Jack or someone will post like 3,000 points at the end of the season, and I'll lose. That's why I'm still trying to push out challenges. Like, I'll probably sit and do these two another day, probably next week after work. I'm definitely going to be doing all of my roulettes next week. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 V5s, 1, 2, 3 V1s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 I'm sorry. Those are V4s. I have 12 V5s. I have the Brazen Bull. I have one more Trouble Bubble. I have a bunch of gator toes. A lot of gator toes. And I think that's really it.
I have a lot of
This Loco spicy ones? They're mine.
Yeah.
They're mine.
No.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Rick.
I have late for work stuff. Hold on. Let's talk about late for work for a second. I don't know. Jason, you said 9:30, right? As long as I'm done by 9:30, you're good?
He said 9.
You said 9:30 in the thing. But anyways, let's talk about late for work for a second here, guys. Let's talk about really how good they're. Stop scratching the door. I got a singular building blocks of heat. I have 2 speed blocks, and I'm starting my collection of cat bars because this is another record I'm going to do before the end of the year or the end of the season, which I have to move fast because I have 2 coming. I have 1 here, so I need to buy 2 more. So that'll probably be the next pay period. And I don't know why I would want to do something so stupid and try to eat 5 of these freaking things. Stop. But I'm going to try to eat 5 of those cat bars, and I'm probably going to hate it because every time I do a chocolate challenge like this from Jason, I end up having some of the worst cramps for a very short period of time, for at least an hour. My dogs did not like that I'm doing this live. But the stuff that they're coming out with is freaking awesome. Beth has a non-spicy cat bar behind me, too.
No, I don't.
It's right here on top of the thing.
I ate mine.
Well, this is mine then.
No.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You just mine.
Chris, you steal all my stuff.
Mine. That's because Beth thinks she eats it all, and I have it sitting on my shelf. I'll stop it. Hello, how are you? Later, bud. But all right, I think that's it. Oh, guys, in just a few weeks, anybody that's looking for pods, could I tell them, Beth?
No.
Why?
Because you just did.
No, I didn't. Beth said I can't tell you, so sorry.
No.
All right, anyways, in just a few weeks, the Scoville unit brand will be on the market for selling boxes of pods. And then during the off season, we will be in the market for selling seeds. This you can all find on the Scoville unit website eventually. Like I said, got to finish off the season, and then we're going to focus on the brand. Do tell us. Yeah, I'm going to scream in your ear, Sonny. I'm going to do just like I did during the last competition in New Hampshire, screaming at people from behind them. But I probably won't be able to be behind you there. You see, anybody that's going to be training for stuff, I don't know how much we're going to sell them for, shipping or anything like that, but we're going to have boxes of pods. So this way, because like Beth said, I eat a lot of pods. If you've seen the bowl that I have on my table of jalapenos, you'd be astonished. That's what I'm using to practice for my speed eating. Well, if you can help, I appreciate it whenever challenge I do. Hey, anytime, man. So yeah, pods are going to be coming soon. All of the pods and the plants that Beth has planted and been tending to are doing freaking awesome. She is a natural. But all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to let Kim get situated. Kim, if you're seeing this, I know you got this. Knock it out of the park, and I will be watching. So as always, guys, I'm the Scoville unit. This is where challenges are life. Later.